than 1 billion years, life on Earth was dominated by very simple single-celled organisms. Slime, if you like. This rot's covered in it. But those organisms included photosynthesizing blue-green bacteria called cyanobacteria that form living films and breathed oxygen into the atmosphere, thereby transforming the early Earth. And about 1.3 billion years ago, they were joined by much larger multicelled organisms, algae, doing the same job, still photosynthetic, but these today dominate what we see on the beach and in the rock pools. Of course, most people know it simply as seaweed. With more than 9,000 species of seaweed in the UK alone, the sheer variety and volume of them is staggering. A quarter of the total global energy captured by photosynthesis is fixed here in the intertidal zone. So seaweeds are the basis of a rich and complex food chain. Seaweeds show a distinct pattern of colonization from the upper to the lower shore. This is known as zonation and gives us a visual indication of how conditions vary. But what causes zonation, and why is it important? Professor Colin Brownlee of the Marine Biological Association is going to demonstrate.
These seaweeds grow on the rocks, as you know, and they produce eggs and sperm, just like animals, and they're produced into the seawater, and the eggs are fertilized by the sperm. And what they want to do is sink to the rock surface and then attach where they can grow.
We can analyze a sample of seawater under the microscope. So what can we see here?
The large round cells are the eggs. Each one of those is a single egg, and all of those small little creatures swimming around them are the sperm.
Over the next day, the fertilized eggs develop into embryos.
So this is what they look like after about 24 hours. You can see that they're no longer spherical eggs.
It's a
pear-shaped embryo, and it's protruded a little, we call it a rhizoid. It's a tiny little root.
All seaweeds get a chance to colonize the beach, but one factor deciding survival is rainfall. Remarkably, fresh rainwater can kill some seaweed embryos.
And we can actually try to demonstrate that now, just by adding some dilute seawater to this dish. So it's wobbling a bit as I add it.
It's twitching, it doesn't look very comfortable.
That's me dropping the water onto it. There we go.
Good Lord.
That's dead.
That is one seaweed less. Fresh water penetrates the cells by osmosis, causing them to swell and burst.
And the difference between different species in how they swell really determines where they can survive on that shore.
So there is a constant bombardment of microscopic seaweed embryos upon the shore, and order is only maintained by relative salinity. Seaweeds provide food and shelter for many other creatures. They are the basis upon which much life in the rock pool depends.